Well, there you go. I can tell from my students' comments there that they've all felt that was a resounding success. So thank you very much to the team for getting it organised and running it so well. You've changed a lot of people's lives right there. Roll on next year. Okay, cheers.
The Harmonica Festival of 2025, arranged by Harmonica UK, was absolutely wonderful in every way. I can't fault it at all. The performers were wonderful. The committee was helpful, friendly. The participants were such fun to be with. Ben had quite a few people, so it was nice for me as Ben's assistant to be able to communicate with all of them. The dinner was good. The performers on the Saturday night were absolutely wonderful, especially Lee Oscar. He really was something special. We were very lucky to have somebody of that caliber, and thank you for getting him in, because never have I seen a performance like that on the harmonica, never. So that was really great. The hotel was very nice. The rooms were lovely and clean, and a little bit small, but that's fine. Just sleeping there, you don't need more. And I can only say thank you so much for the organisers for everything that you've done. I know you had problems and you explained them right at the end. You had me in tears as well, because it must have been so hard, and I really understand that. But you've made it work anyway, so that was amazing. So thank you to every single one of you. It was really fabulous. Thank you to the performers, those international performers who were so good. And thank you to everybody who was there, because without everybody, it wouldn't have been what it was. The socializing was wonderful, and yeah, it was really nice. Thank you.
Hi guys and gals, I just wanted to congratulate you all on a unbelievably well run and great Harmonica UK Festival this year. Had the time of my life. Lee Oscar and everyone else was just unbelievable. That finale to the concert on Saturday night was, you know, a memory that I'll treasure forever. Thank you to all the staff, especially the guys on the mixing desk and the sound. I know they worked hard and they had a lot of complications, but overall, what a festival. I'm so pleased that I went. I came there last year, and undoubtedly this year has been another highlight in my harmonica journey. So yeah, thanks again, thanks to everyone, and I'll be back next year. Thanks guys.
Hi, I would just like to thank everyone involved in organising and setting up the Harmonica UK Festival this year. Just a massive thank you. You really pulled it off. Unbelievable amount of pressure you guys were under, but the crew, the committee, the whole build up to it must have been an amazing amount of work for you all. And thank you so much for making it so enjoyable for me. I hope to see you all again next year. Bye.
Hi there. What a great event the Harmonica Festival was. I found it inspiring, useful in terms of developing new skills, great to be connected to other people on the journey of learning the harmonica, and above all, it was wonderful to hear some great music. Thanks very much. I'll be back.
Well, I've been asked if I'll do a quick video, just my thoughts about the Harmonica UK weekend. And what can I say? I met my hero, the person who inspired me to try and learn to play harmonica 40 years ago. Never thought I would meet him in real life. Never mind jam with him in the bar for an hour or so after everyone else had gone to bed, and then get to play on stage with him. I'm talking about the mighty Lee Oscar from the band War, low rider. Absolutely amazing. And if that wasn't enough, to be in a room with 100 other people who just share the same passion. I can't think of a better weekend. Absolutely fantastic, and I'll be booking my ticket for next year on the first day of release, just like I did for this year. Harmonica UK Festival, the best weekend of the year.
I wanted to say thank you very much to the organisers of the Harmonica Festival last weekend. I was there on the Sunday, thoroughly enjoyed my day. I went to a workshop first thing with Joe Powers, learnt so much about chords and improvisation and ideas around improvisation. I've been playing since then, just improvising along to things. And then I went to a get ready for the performance in the afternoon. And I got up there on stage at my first festival after only 2 or 3 months of learning the harmonica, playing blues, being able to play the blues. I was so pleased with myself, and it's proved in the photographic evidence of a very smiley me. And as my partner said, he hadn't seen me smile that much in a long time. So again, thank you very, very much.
Well, last weekend, I'm only just coming down off the high. What a fantastic event. The guests were absolutely sublime. I learnt loads and loads. The only problem that you could possibly think about is if you're a harmonica acquisition syndromist like myself, it can be a tiny bit expensive. But never mind, all to the good. Yes, it was a really, really great concert by Lee Oscar and Joe Powers and Matt Walklate, I get that wrong all the time. It was an absolutely fantastic event, and to meet up with all our fellow students and Ben himself, Rosaline and Sean, absolutely fantastic. Book me in next time, eh?
The last weekend I spent at the HarmonicaUK Festival. It's the 90th anniversary. It was in Birmingham and I had a great time. It was so good. I learned so much. The people were just so friendly and informative. The instructors, the lecturers were just a font of knowledge, and I was so privileged to be able to actually meet and talk to Lee Oscar and to Steve Baker. You know, what they don't know about harmonicas just isn't worth knowing. I had a great time meeting them and learning from them. It was good to meet all of the people that I'd met online and chatted to and see them face to face. The food was great. The concert on Saturday night was world class. I've got nothing to say but praise for the whole thing. And if I could have booked for next year, I would have done. And if you get a chance to go, I'd say go, because you just won't regret it.
Well, what can I say about the Harmonica UK Festival for 2025? It was an absolutely wonderful event. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's not my first time, of course. I went last year, but I only went for the one day. And it was a totally different experience this year, going for the whole weekend. But I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was absolutely wonderful to be meeting with all of my fellow harmonica players. I mean, every person in the room was a harmonica player. That's what's unique about this event. And also to meet some of the star players that we had and see the skills involved. But beyond that, you know, I got time to spend to speak and converse with them and talk with them. I spent quite some time with a famous guy called Lee Oscar, and it's some of an experience that I won't forget. Next year, I'll definitely be there. Okay. Well, thanks very much, everybody, for organising such a fabulous event. Okay, there were things I'm sure that you weren't happy about. I don't think it detracted from anything. I'll certainly be there, and I think everybody else who's there will be again next year. So that's my message. Thank you. But roll on next year.
HarmonicaUK Festival 2025. Where to start, eh? What a great weekend. Had an absolutely brilliant, if somewhat exhausting time, and I'm kind of glad I took this week off to recover. Okay, I was truly inspired when I got over the I'll never get any good compared to them by the many talented players and performers, and blown away by the energy and warmth of everybody there. It was wonderful to meet so many friends I'd only met online, both from this group and otherwise, and also to make new friends that I'd never met before. Sharing music, stories and laughter in person made this festival absolutely unforgettable. I was surprised by how interesting I became in musical forms that I'd never really thought I'd any interest in whatsoever, especially the Irish and traditional playing of the likes of Joel Anderson, Matt Wortlake and Dan Layton, and Joe Power's amazing tango stylings. I'd like to finish with a massive thank you to everyone who made it so special, especially Gene Myers and everyone involved in organising this amazing event, and also to thank Ben for encouraging us all to be there. I'm looking forward to next year already. Thank you.
If you play the harmonica or even just love the sound of it, you need to be at the HarmonicaUK Festival. This was easily the highlight of my year. A really immersive, inspiring weekend. Absolutely great. The atmosphere was incredible, welcoming. The place was full of great people, completely non-judgmental at any level of ability. It's a place where everyone from beginner to pro is made to feel like they belong. But the music and the education, unforgettable. I was lucky enough to take master classes with legends like Steve Baker, Matt Wortlake, absorbing decades of expertise. And the highlight for me was watching the great Lee Oscar perform, and also attending his workshop and honestly just chatting with him in the bar afterwards. That sort of access to geniuses is priceless really. So if you're on the fence about attending next year, here's my advice: don't miss it. You'll leave a better player and with a whole new family of harmonica friends. Maybe see you there.
Hi there. Could I just show my gratitude to the committee and all the helpers at the HarmonicaUK Festival 2025 held in Birmingham Hills Court. This was the 90th anniversary, and these facilities were excellent, and the refreshment and meals were absolutely spot on. From the Friday meeting up with friends and playing in the jam session of the evening, and then playing in the bar until late. The opportunity to learn from the professionals on the Saturday was absolutely excellent, and was a whirlwind from morning to the evening with smooth, slick sessions. So thank you very much for that. And then the concert of the evening was a absolute masterclass from all the professionals. So I'd like to say thank you very much for that. And on the Sunday, there was some more learning sessions, and then the auction, which was a joy to behold. So could I just say a big thank you to all those involved, and may it continue for many years to come. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, it's Neil. Just thought I'd offer my reflections on an amazing weekend in Birmingham at the Hills Court Hotel for the HarmonicaUK 90th Anniversary Festival. Really was an amazing time. It's my second time there, but the first time I stayed at the Hills Court, and the Hills Court was great. The food was great, which I didn't really have much of last time. But obviously it's a harmonica festival, so how was the harmonica stuff? Well, pretty good. I think I learned quite a lot. My brain probably completely addled with so much, and so many of the presenters, whatever you call them, were just amazing. I mean, Ricky Cool, Joe Powers, Lee, of course. You could just like wind them up and they just would never stop talking, and there was just so much you could learn from them. So everybody there was amazing. I think that's the main thing I learned from it, that the harmonica people are just so great and welcoming, and it was a brilliant weekend. So thanks to all involved, and see you next year.
Right, well, this is my new Sonny Terry blues band harmonica, and that is a tune that has been going around and around in my head for days now. It's a low rider, which I was lucky enough to perform along with a lot of other people with Lee Oscar, who did it originally on the record. That was just the icing on what was an absolutely extraordinary weekend. Really fantastic. It was completely immersive, there's no question about that, but it was also really relaxed and really friendly. The variety of sessions through the Saturday and on the Sunday morning was incredible. Being interested in blues and in traditional music myself, the only problem I had was choosing which session to go to, but I think I covered a pretty good bit of ground in that. The professionals taking the sessions were fantastic. They were so approachable. Learned so much from them, and the great thing about it was that when they were off duty, they just fitted in with everybody else, chatted with everybody else. They just became part of the scene, and that was absolutely wonderful. The sessions in the bar were great. I mean, people just sort of started playing, and it was just incredible, really. The concert on the Saturday night in particular was wonderful. Such a variety. The traditional music and Lee Oscar, and it was just wonderful. I can't say enough about the weekend. It was like nothing I've ever experienced. So I would encourage everyone to go. It was my first. It'll certainly not be my last, and I would encourage everyone to sign up for next year's. It was great. Okay, bye.
Hi folks, just a short video to say thanks to everyone for making the 90th anniversary HarmonicaUK Festival such a resounding success. Yes, we all know there's a few gremlins, but I think the will to overcome them all was absolutely so heartwarming. Great to see. So the committee and crew, thank you so much, providing an absolutely packed programme, full of interest, and at times far too much variety and choice for us to actually make any sensible decisions. Thanks to our trade stand guys, and Seadale, you got large chunks of my money, but thank you very much. The 1847 Lightnings are fantastic. John Cook, what a laugh, mate. You are an absolute star. Your auctions and your stall, I was just absolutely tipping away all weekend that you made, so that was brilliant. Brilliant also to catch up with our mentor Ben Hewlett and all his followers, all the people he's actually taught how to play harmonica so well. All my online buddies, absolutely love you all. You're absolutely even better in person, you're online. Fabulous people. Workshops I attended, went to Matt Watley, I went to a few of his. Ricky Cool, Joel Anderson. But the Lee Oscar one, oh my word. What an absolute brilliant workshop that was, and what a really great guy. Absolutely magical. I played my own song, a traditional song, on a Friday night. Took part in Ricky Hall's All-Star Ensemble, and also took part in the ad hoc Lee Oscar Ensemble, and that was lush. When I went up the mic to be my little bit, I went on to an improv, and as I started playing, Lee Oscar came over and started playing with us. I mean, it doesn't get better, does it? So can I just say it, the likes of Jean and Gary, Phil, Charlotte, Darren, et al., all of them, the committee and the crew. It's my third festival on a row, and I'll be back for my fourth next year. Thank you ever so much for everything. Magical.
Hello, I'm Vince Collier, and I've just attended the HarmonicaUK Festival 2025. I've thoroughly enjoyed the weekend. I enjoyed Jam with the Band on Friday evening. I thought that was excellent. And next year I'd like to be involved in that myself. I didn't perform this time. I attended all the 6 workshops that I was able to. All were brilliant, thank you. Saturday's concert was just awesome. Where else would I be able to go and watch anything as fabulous as that? I enjoyed the trade stand. I thought the fact that manufacturers were in attendance was great. The auction was good, very entertaining. I got myself a bargain. I thought the hotel was perfect. I had an excellent room. Food was great. really nice staff, wonderful service, and I like the fact that Harmonica UK had the hotel exclusively. So I'd like to thank the committee for what I thought was a very well organised and memorable festival. Thank you. Thank you for your hard work and your obvious attention to detail. I thought the whole thing was perfect. The atmosphere was great, and I'm absolutely sure that everybody had a great time. Thank you very much.
I'd like to make a few comments about the Harmonica UK Festival last weekend at Hills Court Hotel in Birmingham. It was the most enjoyable time imaginable. Let me start with the Saturday evening concert. The players, the 4 professional players, gave most excellent entertainment, and then the final jam session was exceptional. I'm sure that wouldn't happen at a concert or a gig because they would be so concerned about having practice beforehand. The way they just threw that together, masterminded by Joe Powers, firmly encouraging and leading each other to play, and then supported by the band. It was a privilege to be there. The festival was truly all-inclusive. Not only were we given the opportunity to play, but constantly encouraged to get our names down on the list to play. So I played both on the Friday and the Sunday sessions. The band were playing with me on the Friday. I just stepped up and said, "Can you play 12-bar blues?" "Yep, no problem." And off they went. And it flowed. It was amazing to play with them. I so enjoyed it. The Sunday session, I had the opportunity to practice with Chris Collis, the pianist, early morning, and he was so helpful, so supportive and encouraging. It was great to be able to play with him. He really understood my level of ability and worked with me so well. The organisation, which clearly had been in place for many months before the event, was superb. Well done. Over the weekend, there were so many people on the committee who obviously were working very hard. There was a tremendous level of professionalism, the way that everything was set up, the concert hall, and the way that things were dealt with a tremendous amount of humour. All I can say is a great big thank you from me, and I will be back next year.
Hi, I'm Mark Mills, and I just have to say a few words about the Harmonica UK Festival I went to last weekend. Been anticipating that for a year, and it was as good as the one I went to last year, if not better. When I went to the first one, I'd only been playing for 6 months. I only knew 2 tunes, barely knew 2 tunes. And somebody put my name down. I got to play both those tunes on 2 different days. Very nerve-wracking, but I'm glad I did it. It did something to me. It helped me move on. Anyway, this year it was even better. And all the people I'd been in association with on the Zoom calls, all the Friday nights, Monday night questions and answer sessions, all the names you see around the screen, you get a chance to meet these people. And the amount of people come up to you and go, "Hey, you're Mark," never see me in the flesh before, but it's good. You get to make new friends. You talk to these people for ages. It's a great form of camaraderie. And that's the Friday night when you first turn up. All these faces are coming in. You say hi and talk about harmonicas and things you mentioned before, and it's great. And you on the Friday night, yes, you get a chance to play. I had a chance to play. I had a go, a few mistakes, and I'm still learning. But at least I did it. I stood up in front of a band, in front of everybody in the house, and played. Very nerve-wracking, but this is what feeds your harmonica ability. You have to do it, no matter how it turns out. Friday night's a very nice way of meeting everybody and getting ready for the following day. The following day, well, that's all full of sessions, breakout sessions. And you've got people like Lee Oscar, Joe Powers, Steve Baker, and what's his name? Matt Walklate. Strange name, but he's a country traditional music harmonica player. So fast, so accurate. Never met the guy, never heard the guy before. Very good. Lee Oscar, famous Lee Oscar. you can actually have a lesson with Lee Oscar in a breakout session, and he was my favourite of the whole weekend. What he could do, what he could impart from his experience and his skills was great to listen to. They all had something to give, and I learned something from every single breakout session. And that was Saturday. There's Saturday night. That's the big night. That's when all these guys, all these performers, teachers and performers, they do their own concert, and that's something to behold. You actually get to hear them playing all their repertoire the way they play it, and that's a great night. Great night. You can learn from that and just be amazed by it. And Sunday, well, again, there's a couple more breakout sessions in the morning. You learn even more, and there's another chance to play again on Sunday. So there's loads of experience to actually perform in front of people. It doesn't matter how bad you are, it doesn't matter how experienced you are. Believe me, I live this every time I come to this festival. I get through it though, but I learn and get stronger because of it. So I would recommend coming to this festival to anybody who's just picked up the harmonica, who is midway or even heavily experienced, just to become involved in it, because you will learn, you'll make friends, and it can only make you stronger. I hope that God, that's what it's doing to me. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about it, but put your name down and go next time. Bye.